Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeons and Dragons: The Lanwell Chronicles. We've got another eventful day, and we're going 2 weeks in a row. So let's use our new dice roller that you see the chat has been spamming. Our players have been spamming, and
Well, I
let's.
was gonna volunteer actually.
Oh, we got a volunteer. Okay, all right then. Go ahead, Quill. Doing it now for so that you don't stumble when we eventually go back to 2 weeks. I see.
Uh-huh. Uh, It's all strategy. Anyway, last time on the Lanwell Chronicles, we arrived at the foot of the mountain and made a record annihilatingly fast climb to the summit where we entered the newly formed mystery dungeon. We quickly met Jeffrey, who needed to be planted and watered. In the process of gathering the requisite materials, we unlocked a door and got Harold a new instrument to fiddle around with. The Mudkip also decided muddy water was inherently safe and absolutely not filled with unseen dangers leading to combat. Upon satisfying Jeffrey's basic plant needs, we encountered Barbara, who also needed to be tended to. After getting over a bunch of brambles and discovering Astrop as a pyromane, we grew Barbara and proceeded to the next portion of the dungeon. There, we met with four Ultra Beast hosts: Lightning, Absorption, Burst, and Blaster. After the obligatory pre-battle banter, we were left to fight Burst and Blaster. Eugene easily talked down Blaster, but Burst refused to relent. For once, rather than unsupervised execution, Reniel tried to use non-violent means. Eventually, however, he was able to break through to his childhood friend Alan when their memories were jogged by the reunion of the two stones they'd kept in memory of each other. After allowing Burst and Blaster to leave with a note Reniel wrote for Alan, we find ourselves with our heroes resting after their encounter.
Wow. Short,
And
sweet, and
Harold
to the
evolved.
short,
Oh
sweet.
yeah, and Harold falls to that too.
Oh yeah. As you can see with the new portrait, we currently have a gold duck instead of a Psyduck. But dig, short, sweet, and to the freaking point.
He go big.
All right. Take a D8 luck points.
Hooray!
Oh.
What to still be one?
I was just about to say it's totally.
8.
Oh,
There you go.
New bot. Wow.
the new dice bot liked that one too.
This
Good
is
deal.
totally not a moment for later.
Alrighty. So yeah, you all after beating up after non-violently beating up both of those and leaving, which by the way, for those who missed it last time, Blaster told them to rest up in the next room, and you find yourself in the small little room. Astrob, you are aware that this room is a small sort of guest bedroom. You don't know why you have a guest bedroom, to be frank, since you don't really get too many visitors, but it's still here. And for some reason, you feel particularly safe in this room. Though I believe you're not using this to actively long rest. You're instead using this to just take a bit of a respite, talk, and eat a bunch of berries dash rock candy. Is that correct?
Sounds right to me.
Pretty much.
Suggestion. You might want to check with your dentist later. That much sugar candy will surely do certain damage to your osseous masticatory systems. Except maybe his, and he points to Harold.
Harold is going to pull out the sword that he has been carrying for all this time. He's going to give a look at Reniel.
Reniel's just kind of staring at Harold.
I guess it's time to see if there's any way for you to join in on this.
Let's see. Reniel. I guess Reniel's first instinct would be to try to establish some sort of psychic connection. So telepathy with the sword.
You do that on let me quickly look up the feature. It's part of your aberrant mind sorcerer power,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Telepathic speech.
Okay. So let me look this up real quick just to be sure I know exactly the specifics. Meanwhile,
put it in
Harold, are
general.
you doing anything particular, or are you just watching Reniel as he tries to establish a link?
I want to see if he's successful or not.
Just a out of character question. How long does that +8 to initiative thing Astrov gave us last?
8
hours.
hours.
8 hours? Okay, so it's probably gonna last the whole day. Well,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
hold up.
Let's see. Okay. Reniel. Did you have any other quick questions?
Oh, no, I was gonna say Eugene is probably kind of by himself, kind of contemplating.
Okay. Alright. So, Reniel, you look into this blade. You try and establish a connection with it. And you sort of feel one. You feel like there's something tugging at you. Some sort of link, though it's a lot stranger than your usual telepathic links. Still, you do feel like you have some form of connection.
Coritha?
It takes a moment, but you hear a... It's sort of weird. You don't hear any voice saying anything to you, but you hear a throb of acknowledgement as if you've been heard.
She seems to recognize my presence, but I do not hear any sort of voice.
Maybe you could try forming a link with me while I'm communicating with her.
It is worth a try.
And Reniel will shift the connection over to Harold.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and start talking with Koritha.
Okay. As you do this, Harold, as usual, you feel yourself sort of drawn into the sword and taken into Kortha's sort of domain inside. Reniel, you also feel yourself sort of leaving your body and leaving reality, so to speak. And when the haze of your mind sort of clears, you see yourself and Harold in this sort of strange mist-like realm, so to speak. And after a few moments, an Espeon appears before both of you.
Oh, you're a lot more defined than you've been before. Does that mean you're starting to remember?
I am, yes. Kortha looks at you, Harold, and then she looks at Reniel. You're the one who tried to speak with me, right?
I am.
I see. She looks to both of you and decides to start with business first, and she says, yes, when you both spoke with that Pokemon, when it gave you the story of Black and what happened, that I was nearly one of the first to be merged, I remembered that event. Fairly clearly, in fact. And with it, a few other memories came by. I don't have all my memories yet, but I've got a much greater sense of self now, which is why I'm now defined in here.
That's good. All right. Now, what was it you did? Sorry to be so business oriented at a time like this when realistically we should be celebrating, but do you remember what you did before to end the war?
More or less. It was mostly just invention after invention. We were in the process of creating weapons. We, as you, I'm sure, have heard from history, we breached the fort at Donsbury, and with that, the Aryan army marched straight to the capital of White City, though it wasn't known that at the time. We stormed the castle using weapons of my creation, and the king and queen and royal family left their general and fled into the desert. We decided to continue further because we knew this war wouldn't stop until the king was taken care of. And we entered the desert, braved the sands, and reached the castle that you saw was where my sword was. And we managed to win the war. We used my inventions, large battering rams and arrows of fire to break through the ramparts. We stormed the castle, and the king was captured. For his warmongering, he was put to death, though his remaining kin was spared.
I don't know how much something like that'll help us today.
I believe if you were to take me around Gwaybold, I could try and find maybe where my laboratory is if you wish to find any of my old inventions.
Suppose that's worth trying. I don't know if I have access to my spell casting here, if I can cast Minor Illusion.
You can, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna create sort of an image of the Beast Killer sword. Do you happen to recognize this?
Looks at it and she nods. She says, "It's been slightly altered since I last saw it, but I do. That was the weapon that General Starshard wielded when those beasts assaulted us." I suppose you would like to know more about that event, wouldn't you? Uh, can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me now? Or can I hear you
Now we
now?
can.
Okay,
We've been
good.
able to hear you.
Okay, good. I can hear you.
Yeah, that would probably be informative.
Okay, well, what I remember is we were doing mystery dungeon research after the war. Before the war, as you may have learned from history, mystery dungeons, they existed, but they were fairly rare. However, after the war, they became more and more common. I was working with a team of scientists to discover why that is. We were reasonably confident, based on how patterns were, that a mystery dungeon would form within the ancient castle. So, me, team of about a dozen researchers, Glenn Starshard, and a dozen soldiers all went in and began researching, went into the castle. We were keeping an eye on the arcane levels, trying to detect how things would be when the mystery dungeon would form, and then we intended the soldiers to help escort us out with all of our data. However, when the mystery dungeon was formed, that's when those beasts suddenly assailed us. It was complete and utter chaos. We were surrounded on all sides, and it was a near massacre. General Starshard was able to hold his own just fine, and so was I, but most of the scientists were eliminated instantly, and the squadron of soldiers he brought in, while they fared better, they struggled to repel the beasts as well. Eventually, it was down to one beast remaining, the one you know as Black, myself, and General Starshard. The beast, I was at my end, the limits of my stamina, and the beast was grabbing onto me, and our spirits, they felt pulled to each other. However, before the merging process could finish, Glenn managed to deal a decisive blow against Black, forcing it to flee or else it may be destroyed. However, the toll on my body was too much. I slowly faded, and eventually I had to retreat back into a nearby weapon, the sword that you hold.
So you put yourself in here.
Yes, it was. I had no desires of dying there. Not while I felt I had so much to do, so I thought I'd put my spirit inside the weapon and hope that I'd be able to live on in some way or somehow. I do not know what happened after my death, but the rapier you saw, it was General Starshard's personal preferred weapon. Though, as I said, it has been altered since I last saw it.
Give me a second to look at my notes.
Okay.
Are you by chance familiar with objects called the Aether Rock or the Prism Crystal?
Koratha thinks for a moment, and she says, "Sadly, I cannot say so, no."
Right. I think all we can do for the time being is keep looking then.
Indeed. Do you have any further business with me? Otherwise, she looks to Reniel.
Harold looks at Reniel as well.
He just kind of looks back at Koratha and says,
I do not have anything in particular. I was just interested in meeting you, as you are my ancestor.
So you are my progeny. Interesting. It's nice to know that my bloodline has continued on far into the future.
At least up to this point. I am not certain that it will continue much further.
If you're of my bloodline, I'm sure you'll find a way.
Reniel just kind of tilts his head a little bit, and then just kind of writes himself into his, and he says,
I suppose I can try, but whereas you were not the first to become a host, I was. And as such, I do not really feel any sort of connection to others. It may be difficult to find someone willing to create offspring with someone such as myself.
So you become a host to one of those beasts. I see.
Nihilego specifically.
The
Ah,
good news is that in his case, the beast doesn't actually seem interested in taking him over and has been working with us to try to find a solution to all of this.
then I do hope that you do indeed find that solution you need. There is much you still have to do, I imagine.
That's why we're looking for those objects. It's a way to send all of them back home.
Well, I unfortunately cannot assist with knowledge. Such objects were either, if they were found in my time, nobody was aware of their true purpose, but the other ones were not found. However, I can offer a few things in assistance. She looks to you, Harold, and she says, first off, congratulations on evolving.
Thank you.
Second, you have fulfilled your end of the bargain quite well. Thanks to you, I have found my sense of self and regained all my memories. So, if you wish to further gain any power from me, you may do so as freely as you can, but otherwise, I shall grant you a boon.
Harold blinks, kind of not sure what to say about this.
The weapons that you send my power to, I shall give an even greater portent of my psychic power into it, and allow it to basically function as an obtainable magic item with its own special abilities that I hope you will find useful in the coming battles.
Thank you.
And also, she sort of stretches and says, should you wish, I don't mind leaving the dingy home of the current weapon you have to move to any other weapons. So, should you wish, I may also move my spirit into any other packed weapons you make as well. I'll let you decide which ones you want, just in case it's easier to talk to me in any of those.
Very well.
Alright. I wish you both luck, Harold and Reniel, and
Before she does anything else, Reniel's ears kind of poke upward, and he says,
Wait, one more thing.
and he minor illusions the Espeon staff, since he probably doesn't have it on his person right now, and says,
Do you recognize this?
oh, interesting. So that item of my making has managed to make its way to you as well.
Yes, it was given to me by an unknown individual.
Curious. I have made a few of those, so it's possible maybe your father had something to do with it, or someone related. Or perhaps it was bought off a trader or seller of such goods. Though, it is quite nice to hear that at least one managed to get to you.
It was not my father who gave it to me. I suppose it will remain a mystery for now then.
Curious. Unfortunately, I made a few of those and a few passed down my bloodline, but otherwise, many could have ended up anywhere within the many years.
Reniel nods, and the minor illusion dissipates.
Still, I suppose that is proof that someone, at least, is looking out for you.
They said as much in the note that came with it.
Well, take heart for that.
I would if I could.
I'm sure even in your current state, it has some meaning to you.
Rendell doesn't say anything to that. He just kind of stands there and looks at her.
You should probably get going. Thank you for everything you've done.
You're welcome. Thank you for helping me retrieve my memories.
Well, shall we?
Rendell nods.
I will go ahead and close off the connection.
Okay, you find yourselves back in the sort of guest bedroom now that you're done with the connection, and before we move on, let me get you what your new fancy ability is. And here's also the document should you want it. If I could get to it.
That's a lot of stuff to read. I was gonna give a periphery glance. It's like
Goodness.
Yeah, when she said she was gonna thank you, she was thanking you.
Yeah. Cool.
So anyways,
Dang.
yeah, and note the damage increase. Obviously the audience can't see it, but
Yeah.
note that damage increases for one dice, so like if you use 2 Eldritch Blasts, it only works for one of those Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
Not both. Yeah. Specify that because obviously if I let it go on both Eldritch Blasts, then that would probably be very broken.
Well, I don't have the ability to cast spells through it anyway, so...
That is true. You can't use. Well, can you use it as a spellcasting focus? I don't know.
I don't have Pact of the Blade, so I cannot.
Right. You need Pact of the Blade for
Not to
that.
say it's not good all the same, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
So am I allowed to go ahead and attune the Templar's Longsword this way on this rest?
Yes, you can.
All right, we're taking a short rest, right?
Yes.
Okay. I regain my wild shapes. That's good. That's actually good.
I don't think I
And
get
I
anything
believe
back.
everyone's already rolled their hit dice too, since we did this beforehand. So, or
Yeah.
rather,
You ate your candy, from what I understand.
Observation: you might develop cavities later.
Alright, but is there anything else anyone wants to talk about before this short rest ends?
What was evolution like, Harold?
You know, I wasn't even thinking about it. I just felt this surge of emotion that I had a duty to do, something that it was my responsibility to stand up for the world. And before I even realized it, I'd evolved.
I see.
I'm sure evolutions work through different mechanisms.
Yes, well, the particular evolution I would like to become relies on emotion. Obviously, that is not going to work very well for me.
Hey, like I said, we'll figure this out.
Perennial doesn't have anything else to say.
Well, you were both out of it with that, so I'll assume things actually worked.
Well, things are actually going quite well on Kortha's end. She's largely remembered who she is.
And Rendell?
What was that? What'd you say?
And Rendell?
He just kind of looks at you, Sergey.
What about me?
Well, you're a descendant of hers. I mean,
Yes, it was more of an interesting thing to have occur, to see someone so far back in the past, but other than that serves no practical value.
he doesn't have anything else really to comment. He was just curious.
Perennial,
Yes,
you remember when we were on Dronfino?
yes.
Well, I wanted to say something.
I am listening.
It's that I was sorry for pushing my ideals onto you.
It is fine. I forgive you.
Yeah, and I guess the greater scheme of things, that we have to do what we have to do, right?
He nods.
And I just wanted to say sorry.
You are forgiven. I understand where you are coming from with your ideals, but in some cases, they are not always applicable. It is easier to see that when you don't have to worry about the prospect of guilt interfering.
Yeah, just something I've actually wanted to say for a long time. It's just couldn't muster it.
I understand.
Congratulations, by the way, Harold.
Thanks.
Is that all the party talk?
I think so. For me,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yep.
Okay, observation. It's time to move on with the dungeon.
Agreement.
Okay, so you in this cozy room you see a staircase leading to what appears to be a cloud platform that you can eventually walk out to continue onward.
We'll do that.
Okay, so you are back out of the dungeon, which means
Onward and ever upward.
alright, so you see the usual. You see
Mushi.
You see a pathway going south, a pathway going east, and a pathway going west.
I think we'll tackle it clockwise again, so we'll go to the east one first.
Okay. Alright. So, You walk to the east, and let me check just to be sure.
By the way, I can't really see the map.
That's because I don't have the map up yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, you head to the east, and you eventually come off on a dog squeaking a chew toy.
Apology. My pet Lillipop is preoccupied playing with his chewy toy. Observation: he's a little naughty impidimp.
Okay, so you walk down this eastern pathway, and what you find is you find this brilliant large water fountain. If the map will load, here we are. You see this brilliantly large water fountain that you would imagine is full of pure water. However, there are 5 rocks that have fallen on it, and it appears to be blocking the water flow.
How big are these rocks? Like massive boulders, or something that we could conceivably like pick up and toss aside?
They appear to be larger than you guys, so it would take some effort to pick it up and toss it to the side, but
What if I cast Thorn Whip?
I don't know, what if you cast Thorn Whip?
Would the boulder be drawn to me, or would I be drawn to the boulder?
I don't know. Well, I
I
mean, I
cast
do
Thorn
know,
Whip.
but...
I cast Thorn Whip.
Okay. Where are you positioned, and which one are you casting it on?
Well, I mean, I am positioned here, I suppose, right where I spawned, and I cast it on this one.
Okay, let's see. Make a spell attack.
Okay. Where is the boulder exactly? Like on the ground?
It's in the,
In the water?
yes, it is. Well, pretend the water isn't there, because the
Yeah,
water is
yeah, because
technically not there, but yeah, it's
it's
in the
rock.
fountain.
Can I get advantage since the rock is prone?
No.
Okay. Alright, I made the one joke. Plus 9. Okay.
Okay, you hit it. Roll damage.
Oh, right, this thing does damage. That might
Yes.
make things interesting.
Surprise, surprise, you actually deal damage. Oh, shoot. Also, while you're doing that, I need to get the correct... I forgot to update the owlbear link for the audience.
Whoops.
Sorry, audience, I'll get you your owlbear link in just a second.
7 piercing damage.
Okay, you deal 7 damage to this rock.
Yes, to this one.
And... Sorry, multitasking is not easy sometimes.
No worries.
And you see this rock pulled to you. It lands right there.
Excellent.
And as you are celebrating
Nicely.
your victory, another rock falls from above and takes its place.
If I look up, is there like a ceiling that these things are detaching from?
Yeah, it looks like... You're not sure exactly why, but it looks like you see these rocks from up above. They seem to be, and yeah, they seem to be just, falling from this, stone platform thing high above you.
Evaluation. If you were to do this infinitely and had enough bag of holding, you could make a considerable amount of money by selling all of those stones to a contractor.
I do
I
not
mean-
believe they would fit in a bag of holding. They appear to be too large.
Expletive. Curses.
Alright, let's see. So can we like see the rocks up there?
Yeah,
Like,
you
is
can
there like
see.
a finite number of them?
It looks like it may be finite, but you also imagine at the slow rate the rocks are falling, it would take a while for it to finally stop all falling.
How high above us is this platform?
60 feet.
Well, we could try knocking them all down at once, but that's an awful lot to worry about.
Could I get every single one of them in a 30-foot cone with the horn of blasting?
Yes, you could probably. If you stand like in the center of the fountain, then yeah, you could hit all of them.
Oh, this one is not on the top. It's on like the northern end of the.
It is on the top, yes. It would technically, realistically, it's here. Technically, I just put it on there to reference that it's on the top, but realistically, it would technically be right there if we're talking in 2D space.
Okay, so it's like it's actually sort of
Yeah, I could get
an
all.
X formation, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to position myself to get all. I'm going to try it, and
Oh boy.
Well, hopefully this doesn't damage the fountain too much.
yeah.
All
Could
right.
Yeah. I'm trying to position it so, only the rocks get in the. All right.
All right. Roll that D100. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. You're safe. I'm not going to bother with the saves because they're just rocks, so roll damage.
Okay. How much does this do again? It's like 5d6 or something like that. It's on my 5d6. 5d6. 21.
All right, that's enough. You blow your horn of blasting, and you see all these rocks just shatter and crumble into dust. The fountain itself does not seem to be too damaged. It received slight damage, but seems to be a lot more sturdier than these rocks. And for just a moment, with all of the rocks cleared, the fountain begins spurting out and water begins filling it.
All right. I'll.
I'm waiting for the butt.
But you notice that you're going to need to scoop up real fast because there are still rocks above and they look like they're going to fall soon.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
was
use-
gonna scoop up with my with one of my glass jars.
Can I use shape water to accelerate the process and like levitate water?
Let me check shape water, but I think you can.
Okay.
Actually, I'll fill up 2 jars of water.
Let's check. Let me check real quick. Are you sure you want to fill up 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're filling up 2 jars of water. Shape water is probably by changing the flow of water and maybe shifting its shape a little. You're being helped, but give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you manage to escape before the rocks fall on you. Or
Okay.
acrobatics, I suppose. Yeah, actually, no. Give me an acrobatics check to see if you avoid the rocks falling on you.
Doesn't matter, 'cause I don't have proficiency in acrobatics anyway. D20. Keep pat fingering.
Oh.
12.
Okay, so you try and dodge out of the rocks, but due to the fact that you were taking a bit of time to get 2 jars, you... Oh boy. You just barely get hit by the rocks, and you'll take an amount of damage that I'll need to figure out in a second because our new dice bot is not working for me in the DM.
Could I use telekinetic to pull it towards me and not get hit by the rocks?
To pull the rock? Or
No,
pull
to
him?
pull him towards me to not get hit by the rocks.
Yeah. I think you should be able to do that.
Bonus action, and he has to fail a save, or he can just fail it willingly.
I'll fail it willingly.
Okay. So you managed to successfully escape before rocks fall and you die.
Okay. Did I get 2 jars?
Yes, you did manage to
Okay.
get the 2.
All right.
Now, just give me a second. Be the problem. Okay. You now have 2 bottles of this nice water.
Just in case we have to do it again. And we go back to the south path, I guess.
Okay. Now then, this is gonna look like it's going right. Pretend it's going south. I made a bit of an oopsie when making the map. So you are totally going south, I swear, when you run across these 2 large trees. They seem to be blocking the path.
Ah, wonderful. We're going to burn them down more?
I actually do have a much easier solution. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, does it look like we could like squeeze through these, or are they right next to each other and there's just no way around?
It'd be a bit of a squeeze, and you'd be putting yourself in a bit of a vulnerable position. But yeah, you could potentially squeeze between these trees.
Wait, they might be. Can I look at them and see if there's any movement coming from them, or?
Roll me investigation.
All right.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Investigation. Okay.
You've technically got help.
All right. I forgot that.
Do you need help?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you look over these trees, sort of investigating, and you figure out that these are actually not trees at all. These are instead...
Oh wow, they went small.
Yes, they became small. These are in fact trevenants pretending to be trees.
Observation. It seems that...
But they haven't become hostile yet, right?
They do not appear to, no.
And I noticed this so far?
You, and I guess it's Harold helping you, potentially Harold.
Yeah. Okay. I say to I whisper over to Harold. I say, those aren't trees.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh.
Let's see. Do they seem to be? I'm assuming they're like watching us.
Yes. You notice that they were especially watching you when you were about to sort of squeeze between the trees. So it appears that they're waiting for someone to pass by, assuming they're normal trees, to make an ambush.
What do I got here?
Attack formation.
Well, I'm not seeing much of another way through this.
Hang on a second here. Can I do something? No.
Suggestion. What if I were to push them around?
They would likely attack.
They will likely attack in any other situation.
Yes, but we don't really have a tactical advantage fighting them on this narrow platform.
Hmm.
They're looking to ambush, perhaps.
Is there any way we can get behind them? Or someone could get behind them?
I
think
could
we're gonna
do
go
so
through.
easily, but it would take magic.
Uh,
I
You could
could
always
probably
walk right into it, and
commentary. I could probably telekinetically push someone past them, but they would have to make a run for it.
still my
Doubt
ability
that's
to use
strong.
protect.
Let's just take them out.
I could always walk right between them and protect myself.
Suggestion. If we are to take into a fight, may I be granted the time to favorably turn the situation around in our favor?
If you are thinking of casting a ritual, I am pretty sure that they would determine that we would be vulnerable while you were doing so.
Negatory. That is not the plan that I had in mind.
then what is it?
Explanation. I would first cast a particular spell to summon an ally to fight them with, potentially keeping it around until needed, for as much as we need it. Continuation. Then I would change the terrain so as to leave them either in a position of vulnerability
Roll initiative.
or okay.
I knew it.
I was about to say observation. It appears they are moving.
They grew tired of you talking.
Well, there goes any plan out the window.
Observation. It appears these things are able to understand the common tongue. Perhaps we can talk with them.
Wait, I think I gave myself too high of a bonus. Yeah.
Oh wow, they rolled strong.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll really bad with this.
10.
All right, let me get you your stuff. Okay, you could use that too. All right, Duck. Sure.
8.
Oh boy. All right, let's see. I need a Sergey. Okay, Sergey, put yourself where you need to be.
Yep. Okay, I see. Renil and Sergey both rolled 10. Renil obviously has the dex advantage.
I normally assume he doesn't since he has a 0, but I guess he would in this case.
You have a D8 too.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Hold up.
Oh, right, I have that. That could change things.
Oh yeah, you guys might want to roll those d8s.
I did.
Switching our D8. Oh, okay.
Okay, Doug, put yourself up to Astrobs, actually. All right, Eugene, it's your turn. You see that these trees got tired of listening to you guys talk, and they began moving forward to attack. What do you want to do?
All right, can I get through them? Is there any way to get through them that I can see?
As with before, you could try and squeeze through them. Actually, now that they're on the offensive, yeah, you could squeeze through it. I'd say it would technically count as difficult terrain if you tried to, but you could squeeze between them.
All right.
Are they large sized?
I believe large is 10 by 10, so yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use my movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30. Use bonus action disengage. And then I'm going to use my action to move another 30 feet.
Okay.
Which is right there.
As you reach there, you see that there are 2 quote-unquote trees blocking the path.
Oh, boy.
Did you bring a water bottle?
Oh, well, I do have that water I got from the spring last stream.
Oh, yeah.
What if they just want us to water them?
Maybe.
Okay. It is the Trevenant's turn. So, let's see. Actually, your position so that you've taken an Oppie if either of them moved out, so this one is gonna go over here and is gonna squeak toy Astrob, and this one's just gonna attack you, Harold.
Just the noise he makes when he gets hit.
You know what I haven't done in a long time? It's approach tree. Can I poke it?
Alright, Harold. Does a 19 hit?
It hits exactly.
Okay, and Astrob. I assume an 11 misses.
Yes.
Okay. Harold, you take 6 necrotic damage as this ghastly claw squeezes into you. But while the claw tried to squeeze into Astrob like a chew toy, he was unable to get the squeak. Sergey, it is now your turn.
Yep. All right. Well, seeing that we're in this position, it can't exactly move anywhere. Time to just start swinging.
You're using your normal,
Yeah,
right.
just halberd swings.
Okay, thought so. And you can now copy-paste that command as well.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
The best feature.
Okay, wow.
That misses.
Wait, what did this? Oh, it removed the thing, so it looked like it was double post. I see. Yep. 13. And again. Bonus action.
That'll hit.
24. Oh no, my hands are trying to automatically do the slash now. I can't believe it.
We've conditioned you.
No. 5 damage.
Okay. As you do that, though, you notice that this thing is resistant to that.
Oh, good.
Oh, please.
Seeing as that's the case. Yeah, bonus attack doesn't exactly let me do anything else in terms of the... Yeah, it doesn't. What a shame.
2.
Actually, could I shove it?
I believe shove is a thing you can do, yes. As one of your attacks. It will be a contested strength contest, I believe.
Alright.
So,
Remind me, you're allowed to try to shove things prone, right?
yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna go for.
Okay. You are looking to beat a dirty 20 while they rolled high.
Ouch. Okay. This is just a raw strength, though, so...
Athletics,
It's
technically.
athletics.
Oh,
Athletics.
athletics, yep.
You can do it.
Come on. Nope.
No. You try and...
Imagine
My
trying to
goodness.
trip a
At
tree.
your athletics?
Yeah, my athletics is only the +3. I don't have any proficiency in it.
I see.
Oh,
Yeah, so you try and trip this tree, but it manages to hold steady, and it does not look very happy with you. Is there anything else you want to do? I imagine no.
Not really, no. I don't want to move away.
Okay. Reniel, it is your turn.
Alright. Firebolting the one in front of Sergey that doesn't look happy at him.
Okay. Maketh thou attack throweth.
Stroke.
12.
That misses.
Okay.
The new dice bot is not being very nice to you in combat.
No.
That's Reniel's turn.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, something else gonna happen?
No, it's your turn, Harold.
Alright. Harold kind of flourishes his sword and chants some magic words, casting Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
And then I am going to attack the Trevenant that is already injured.
Alright. Make an attack roll.
$27.
That'll hit.
Alright, so this is going to be 8 plus 6 plus 5. That is 6 points of slashing damage, which is now magical, and 2 points of psychic damage, and it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So that was a total. Alright. So let me put damage on first and save. Does a 14 pass or fail?
A 14 will fail.
Okay, it is you are doing it a frighten.
Yes.
We'll say that's frightened.
Alright. And I'm kind of not in a great position to try moving anywhere right now. So that is going to be my turn.
Alright. Astrob.
query. So we are standing in clouds. Is that...
Yes, these are clouds.
Could I, hypothetically speaking...
No, you can't shape water the clouds.
Heck, I was about to say if I can shape water and freeze the thingy, right, like here, and then it just falls due to the weight, and then I can cast, I can use the bonus action telekinetic and push it and make it like lose balance and fall prone or something.
I will assume that because you are able to walk on these clouds, these are special, not liquid clouds. Therefore, shape water will not work.
Heck. Well, back to the OG plan then. Bonus action, I'm going to push this thing 5 feet away.
Okay, which save is that?
Strength.
Okay. Oh, it failed horribly.
Nice. It is pushed 5 feet away.
It has been pushed.
I'm gonna poke from here to not hit Harold, and I'm gonna cast Produce Flame.
That will make... You will have to take an OP from this guy.
Oh, right. I guess I can stay here then and try to shoot the Produce Flame in this position.
Okay, so you're gonna shoot... Which one with the...
This one.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Okay. see, produce flame. That would be a 1d8.
Fire that poor man's firebolt.
Yep. What is it? There it is. 21.
That hits. Full damage.
Okay. Eight fire damage.
Okay, you went fire, 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 and it's like hot, 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 hot. And it seems fire is particularly effective on these guys.
Neat. All according to Keikaku.
Alright, is there anything else you want to do?
That is all for now.
Alright, Eugene, it is your turn.
Okay, so these guys are just standing here, or are they making hostile gestures?
They're just standing there.
Okay, so what I want to do, because I want to have some fun, is I'm gonna keep running. And use my cunning action to dash as well, and
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my 10-foot pole and try and pole vault over them.
Oh my gosh! Roll acrobatics to
Yes.
see if this works.
You know, Aladdin style.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics to see if this works.
All right.
Oh boy.
Do I have anything else before I do this? No. Okay. 12 again.
Oof.
Okay, so you run up, you try and pole vault, and you the staff slips out and you fall straight back down as you were attempting to pole vault over them. The Pseudo-Wodo are just giving you this sort of what look. And
Wow.
since it's a 10-foot pole and therefore you were 10 foot in the air,
Oh boy.
you will take fall damage of... Oh, max. You take 6 fall damage.
Does it take less because of the clouds?
No.
Okay.
Do I still have anything left after that?
If you could use your movement to get back up, you still technically have movement, though I'll say pole vaulting was your action.
Okay. So I still have movement left, and okay, so I was right there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'd have 60. So that's 35 left, and half of 35 is... So I have about 15 movement left if I get up. Which I will.
Okay.
So if I stand in front of them, they're just not doing anything?
Yep, they're just not doing anything.
Okay. Do they look particularly parched?
They look like they want to avoid water at all costs, so yes, they look very parched.
Okay. Well, I think I'll concede my turn.
Okay. Alright, it is these guys' turn. First off, scared guy. Let's see what he's gonna do. Let's see, because he's right next to him. Let's see. He is going to actually. I'm gonna figure out what that guy's gonna do first. Yeah, Reniel.
Uh-oh.
Give me DC 14 strength saving throw.
Alright. 3.
You pat. I'm kidding. Okay, so you see this Trevenant managed to spawn some grass from out of the cloud somehow. And this grass is surrounding you and squeezing you. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. And for its bonus action, it's going to cause the grass to sap some life from you.
Okay.
You take an additional 9 necrotic damage, and it healed 4 damage.
Alright, which one was doing that?
The non-frightened guy.
Okay.
Guy is going to... Yeah, it's a frightened, so it is going to use the dash action to try and GTFO away from you. So, yeah, it's going to be taking 3 oppies if you want it.
Absolutely.
Oh, by all means. Oh wait, I can't use a cantrip for an OP. No, that would have been great.
A Warcaster.
No, I don't
That
have.
misses.
Darn.
19.
That hits.
Wait. Ooh, should I use the? I want to use my reaction. I don't know if it'll work. Probably not. But I want to use my reaction to give. Harold a D6 for his attack roll.
Can
How?
you do that? What?
I have a feature that says that is called Cosmic Omen, which basically lets me add a D6 to a failed saving throw, attack roll, or ability check.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, sure. Add a d6 to that.
I don't think it will work, but if it does...
So I had a 10.
Oh.
11.
No.
Well, I tried, gentlemen. Sorry.
I'm going to choose to end up re-rolling that.
Yeah, I had a feeling you would.
Jeez. The wonders. Let me just,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, boy.
Are you kidding me?
From 3 people with an opportunity attack range, this thing took 2 damage.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Nice! Lucky 7!
Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
There is...
Wait,
You wouldn't
what
have
action
been able
does
to
it
do that.
cost you to add that D6 though?
Yeah, you already used your reaction.
Eh?
You already used your reaction, Alex.
When did I use my reaction?
You just added a D6.
Doc.
Yeah,
What?
you...
No, that was my OP.
You don't get an
Oppies
option,
are
you use
reaction.
your reaction.
Oh! I mean,
Yeah.
I rolled a 7 anyway, so whoops.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah, you don't get an extra.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that is, that's their turn. So, Sergey, it is your turn.
Okay.
Raniel's currently grappled by vines that are sapping him. That guy ran off, and that guy's still looking at you funny.
Since he's frightened, and the one that's not frightened is currently sapping Reniel, we're going to go for the one that's currently sapping Reniel. I'm going to, as a different action here, toss the javelin at it, considering that I've noticed that the slashing isn't exactly doing the best work.
Oh, okay. You could do that, yeah. Give me an attack roll.
All right. Yeah, this is just your basic. It is considered a magic weapon, so it's
Yeah.
D20 plus 7.
Wrong chat.
That's DM's. Excuse me.
So, Quill, how was his roll?
It was undefined.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
That hits.
All right. It is since I barely ever use this thing, and d6 plus 4. And the only problem I'm looking at, it says it's magic, but it's still piercing.
I mean, it is magic, which means it will deal this full damage.
Alright, 6 damage.
Okay, you dealt back the damage that healed from Reniel.
Nice. Now the javelin's sitting there.
Yes, and now you've got a random javelin sitting at its feet. Reniel, it is your turn. If you want to break free of this thing, you can use DC 14 athletics or acrobatics to break free. Otherwise, you could use your action for other things.
I want to try to use Chill Touch on it to give it the middle finger.
Actually, that's not a bad call.
Alright, I'm a Chill Touch it.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
13.
You're not chill touching it.
Oof.
Do you have any more? No, you don't. You used your reaction already.
Just the one.
Yeah, so Reniel starts doing the things to use chill touch, but then he just kind of goes, and he just kind of stops and just kind of goes limp and accepts his fate.
No.
All
Just
right.
sees there's no effect whatsoever and just gives up.
Harold, it's your turn.
Okay. I think this should work. I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to attempt to shove Reniel out of the twisty grass.
Okay. Interesting. Roll athletics.
Yeah, I should know this. It's +0. Two.
Nope. That grass is still holding on.
Let me check ranges on something real quick. Oh yeah, that is way too far away. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that really would benefit extensively from Bardic Inspiration right now, so I think I'll just pass turn.
Okay, Astrop.
I mean, if you have magical inspiration, I was about to say that you could give it to me. I pelt it with fire, and then it deals extra damage. Sure.
Shoot, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no worries. Next round. Anyways, bonus action. I'm going to move Renewal here. I'm gonna pull it towards me.
Make an athletics check using your spellcasting modifier as the base.
Okay then.
Yeah, that's how I think I'll roll that.
Okay,
Wisdom
sure.
Athletics.
Yeah, wisdom athletic. Hey, you're the one who always wants creative checks.
Oh, har. Okay, sure.
I got it, I think.
19!
Yeah, okay, so you pull Reniel straight out of those whoops, I made a Reniel invisible.
I still see him.
I made him visible again, but yeah, you pull Reniel straight out of those, and you are now free, Reniel.
Yay.
And I'm gonna produce flame over this fellow.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
20.
That hits.
Four. Oh well. And then I'm gonna move like here.
Okay. Alright, we're back to you, Eugene.
Okay, so after uttering maybe some slight profanities after falling down from that full vault. I get back up my feet, and I pull up my 10-foot ladder out of my bag of holding, and I prop it up and try to hop over the...
Damn.
Okay, you're gonna be using 10 feet of your movement to get up and over, but
Yeah, and I'll bring the ladder over to the other side as I'm kind of on top of it.
okay. As you reach the top of it, the Sudowoodo is gonna push the ladder, and by extension, you straight back down.
Okay, I can't make a jump for it as a reaction or something.
Yeah, I'll allow you to make an acrobatics check to see if you can jump over.
Okay, I swear if this is another 12. Okay, well it's a 12, but I didn't put in my modifier.
Yeah.
So 17.
Okay. Yeah, your ladder is on the other side, but you managed to make it up and over.
All right, so that is that would have been 20 feet of movement to do that, right?
Yes.
Okay, just let me just put this right here. Ladder. Then I'm gonna use my cunning action to move another 30 feet, so that's 40 in total. And can I pick up the seed?
Yeah.
All right, then I think that's my turn.
Okay. You have obtained seed. It is the Trevenant's turn. This guy is gonna run through, and you notice that he passes through those incorporeally, and he's gonna go over here, so that way he can start next turn start making the save to no longer be frightened. Yes, they can move through things incorporeally. And this guy is gonna go over here, and he'll attack Sergey.
Oh, goody.
I assume a 16 misses, though, correct?
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. Alright, then that's their turn. Sergey, it is your turn again.
All right. Well, first off, how do I manage this? I don't. At least not easily. Seeing that the javelin worked, I'm gonna have to go pick that back up and then start making my way back with it. So. Oh wait, no, I actually do have enough movement to make that there and back. So I am going to be risking an oppie for this.
Okay. Interesting. Let's see how well it does. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
You take 7 necrotic damage as it grabs you when you're going to get the javelin.
It grabs? Like
Not grab, grasps you.
Okay.
You're not grappled. It's just
Then
doing spooky grabby.
I see. 7. I want to be picking up the javelin and walking back.
Okay, you have your javelin.
Remind me, picking up is an action or a free action?
Free action.
Okay. Then we're going to walk back. That's the very last of my movement. And stab it with it this time instead of throwing it. If I can do that.
Okay. Go stabby. I believe with this you can make your attack and your multi-attack, but you can't make your bonus action hit.
Yeah. 19.
That'll hit.
2d6 plus 4. Okay, that's not how you do that.
Almost. Okay,
Oh,
that's 8 damage.
okay.
Magic.
Nice 8.
And then extra attack. Stab it again. And plus 7.
Okay,
my
that
gosh.
20.
Nice.
There it be, fellas.
Smite, smite, smite.
So I mean, we got something later coming up.
Yes, you
Given-
absolutely
Fair.
want to.
It's probably undead, so you will likely deal extra damage.
Yes,
Even
it is
more.
undead, so if you do smite here, you will be able to add an extra dice of damage to it if you do decide to smite.
Well, two extra dice is it's a crit. Wait.
It's real tempting, guys, but like
It's
I need
worth
those.
do it.
spells-
Just
I need
one.
those. Fine. First
I
level.
say do it. Mostly because if you don't, it's gonna attack Renul again. Or
First
me.
level smite. Fine.
Okay, roll damage and roll first level
So
smite.
2d6 plus 4.
11, nice.
Living off that, followed by. Oh boy.
68.
That's 68 plus the crit. So is that 12d8?
No, it's
No,
just
no,
68.
is the crit.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
no, it's
68
I
is the
see.
crit.
okay.
Imagine though 12d8.
I was misreading the very last part of it. I was like, oh wait, that's if you increase the level and such.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah, with that excellent hit and with your divine powers, you basically smite this thing into absolute freaking oblivion. It is gone.
Vanished.
Is
All right.
there-
Well, that's everything I can do for that turn.
Okay, Reniel, it is your turn. The only other aggro combatant is the Trevenant, who's currently hiding to
He never
break.
used the hide action.
Well, I mean, he's not hiding. He's just currently trying to avoid line of sight with Harold in order to break the.
So Renyl's gonna go right here. And from this angle, would he be able to attack it, but it would have some degree of cover?
It has no cover. These are clouds.
Excellent. Okay, Renyl wouldn't even have to move, but he's gonna. No, he's not gonna. He's just gonna.
We have to make
Wait.
sure we're within range.
So this
Yeah.
is just like a pit right here. Like these aren't walls. This is just
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Renyl
it-
can firebolt from right there, so he's gonna.
so it can still clearly see me, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. So yeah, its attempt of not seeing you is not working out very well,
Yeah, Renyl missed.
and that nat
Wait,
one is
so-
also not working out very well.
So you're
Renyl's just gonna sit down.
So let me get this straight. All of this is the abyss.
Yes.
Interest.
Okay, Renyl can't do anything. Or, actually, he's still got movement. He's just gonna move back here and sit down.
Sorcerer of Life.
And
I'll
he's
save
doing
it back.
the Angie. He's doing the Angie.
Angie.
No talk to me. I
Angie.
Okay, Harold.
Okay. Ranges.
Do I?
Oh dang, I am actually about to where I could start hitting it. I am going to move up to here. And yeah, I guess I don't have a whole lot better to do. I'm gonna throw a couple of Eldritch Blasts at it.
Alrighty. Go ahead. That hits.
21. 22.
Yeah, those both will hit.
That is going to be 12 points of force damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and turn to Renyel. Finish it off on your next shot. I'm going to give him Bardic Inspiration.
You are now inspired, but still angry.
He's inspired.
Astrob.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I can't do exactly a lot. So I guess what I'm going to do is... So I'm going to use my main action. It is 30 feet. Okay. I'm going to use my main action to dash so that I can move 60 feet forward. Feet. Okay. So that will be like here, I believe. Two more squares, and that is 60. And then... not... Do I use Healing Word? I don't think I need to use Healing Word. Probably not. I guess that is my turn unless I can use like... Unless I can use telekinetic to boost myself by 5 feet.
I'm gonna say no.
Then yeah, that is my turn for the time being.
Okay, Eugene.
Okay,
You
I'm
have
gonna
the
try.
seed.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this once again. I'm gonna try and do the pole vault thing again. Maybe I'll be a little more successful this time.
Another.
You can do it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh.
Dash. Cutting action dash. 35, 40. So acrobatics.
Yep.
That will be 20.
That'll succeed. So you
Right.
managed to do a nice pole vault flip straight over these guys.
Woo! Right on to 35. Between that transition, how much movement? Would I just use my normal movement?
Yeah, I'm not gonna triangulate, so that would have just been from the ladder to there, that will just be 15 feet, because I'm not gonna bother trying to triangulate the exact amount.
All right, 45, 50, 55. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, 60. That's exactly where I'd be. And I guess I'll pick up the ladder and shove it in the bag of holding again.
Okay. Alright, at this point in time, that thing's frightened, so it's barely gonna do anything, and you guys are basically, at a point where you can retreat easily, so I'm gonna say, unless you seriously want to eliminate this one random Trevenant, I'm gonna allow you to go out of combat and go back to the center room.
Rhaenyra's gonna use the Bardic Inspiration so it doesn't go to waste.
Oh my god.
10 minutes. It lasts for 10 minutes. Keep it.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
save
okay.
it. Well, yeah,
Okay, I
well,
thought it was a 1 minute thing. Never mind.
No, it's
We'll
10
just-
minutes.
hurry to the last room.
I mean, I kind of wanted to do a thing, but I guess I don't have to. I wanted to use telekinetic to push this thing to the edge.
Nice.
No, let's just go.
Okay.
Okay, so you were heading to the left then.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you walk to the left. I hope I've got the right map for it. I think it's this one. Let me check this map. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. So you walk to the left, and what you see is there's a nice fine and dandy treasure chest, and you see this high dragon that's sleeping on a pile of a large amount of cash and jewels.
Ah.
And there's a treasure chest on the other side of the high dragon.
Query: which one of us is the stealthiest?
Rhaenyra points to Eugene.
It's time to put the dragons in Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow.
So wait, we're in a mystery dungeon and we're fighting a dragon.
Is this like one of your games, Eugene?
Yeah, usually the greedy rogue tries to sneak past and get the treasure, but he usually gets a failed roll and they have to fight the dragon.
That does not bode well. I
Uh,
think we should turn around.
But that's a game. This is real life.
We'll need everything we can muster if we're going to fight Fluffwool. Which actually could include whatever's in that chest.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm willing to get anything we can against him. But if it wakes up, we run.
Suggestion.
Agreed.
Suggestion. I say do all we can to bolster the Fire One's chances of success.
I still have a bit in me if we want. I could help you with your abilities if you want, Eugene.
Yeah, I'm willing to do this. We gave up on that last one in the Colosseum. I think we should try and get something that might be able to help.
All right. I'm going to use Enhance Ability on Eugene, and that'll be Cat's Grace, so Dex checks.
All right.
Okay. You now have advantage on sneaking.
Well, I've seen you do this sort of stuff before. Just do what you always do. It'll be another Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. Does using Smokescreen use any sort of verbal components or anything?
Going by the anime logic, it makes a sound.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'll do that then.
Addition. I believe the smoke's air particles might irritate the dragon's nostrils and force it to sneeze and wake up.
There's that too.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna do it like along there.
Sergey,
But-
Harold, it may be a good idea for you to go to the exit, so that if we do need to run, you simply lead. Also, you, Asterob.
What about you?
I can get Eugene out of there very easily. I will not be far behind.
Good point.
Okay.
I don't know if we want only two of us to be ready on that.
Reniel just kind of gives you a look as if saying go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start
I'm going to
sneak-
back up as well.
Yeah, keeping low, trying to like hide under fluffs of clouds and.
All right.
Right.
Roll
The path I'm gonna take is kind of like I'll tell it so I'm just not moving. It's gonna be kind of like this, or probably behind it actually. So I'm probably gonna start there and then go along there. And if something happens, I might change it. So
Okay. Make a stealth check.
okay, it's advantage, correct?
Yep. And you will have a D6 just in case.
D8.
Or yeah, D8.
Pocket D8.
30.
Okay, you sneak around and you feel like you're like the shadows, only there aren't really shadows, but you feel like you're just silently walking across this cloud, and since your path was wide enough, you avoid like stepping on any of the treasure or causing any jingle, so you make it all the way up to the treasure chest.
All right. Yeah, maybe if every time it stirs, I like hunker down and make a little puff of smoke come up to make it look like the clouds. But yeah, okay. So I'm in front of the chest.
Yes.
I want to check out the chest, see if there's anything that would make a sound on this. Do the hinges look particularly rusty, or...
Interesting. Roll me investigation.
All right. Uh, 14.
It looks for the most part fine, but you do think by the looks of things, you do think you might need to, you think you can open it it will be decently easy to open without, causing any noises, but if you open it too fast or are a little aren't careful, you may be causing some noise.
All right, I'm gonna pop open a flask of oil and oil up the hinges on the back.
Okay, you do that, and you make it so that the chest will no longer...
Okay. And then I will attempt to open it.
Okay, you won't need, because of that oil, you won't need to make a check, so, get the chest. Roll me a D4.
2.
Okay, roll me another D4.
4.
Interesting. You open this treasure chest and you find 10 plus 1 crossbow bolts.
Oh,
Ooh.
neato. I'll collect those. Oh, this is annoying because I have a bunch of +2 ones. Okay, I'll just put them +1. I don't even have a crossbow anymore either.
Money fodder.
Yeah, +1 crossbow.
Yeah, or just trade for a +1 of your bow.
Yeah, and you said there's 10?
Yep, 10.
And okay, so and also looking over at this dragon, this Hydreigon, is there anything kind of powerful looking besides gold sticking out of that hoard?
There's a bunch of... There isn't anything magical, though there are diamonds there.
Ooh.
Okay. I think I'll just won't get too ahead, and I'll probably try to head back.
Okay, give me another stealth check to head back.
Commentary, diamonds are needed for revival spells.
26 was 2 15s.
Alright,
We'll roll again, 15 again.
you are fine. Though you didn't even
Alright.
see what the note was.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a note.
There's always a note.
Okay.
Oh well.
I guess it's lost forever. And then I just kind of sneak back with the bolts and head back.
Okay. You have successfully avoided the dragon. And you're back in the center with the pot, the seed in the water.
All right. Well, I will go over to the pot. I guess I'll put out the components and let Astrob do it because this is probably his friend.
Okay, I'll do as such, and then I'll cast light on the staff to give it some sunlight and go. Statement: May you grow strong and tall, Diego.
Okay. And yeah, you see the vine grow, and grow until it reaches the next floor.
All right. Up we go.
Ascend.
All right. So you ascend further up, and you, as usual, see three pathways. One to the east, one to the north, and one to the south. Northeast and south.
So I still got this. So maybe we only need to get the seed.
Possibly. Let's
A rather
check
clever
the
observation.
east.
What were the directions, by the way?
North, east, south.
I don't know.
Let's go north. So clockwise is kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk to the north, and you... So, this is going to require some explaining.
Oh lordy.
Okay, so what you see is that there is this large gap. However, on these sides, there are some bubble blowers that seem to be blowing some bubbles
No.
across. However, there are these two Greninja who seem to be throwing daggers at the bubbles, popping them as they get close. They don't seem to be able to pop all the bubbles in time, but they seem to be fairly accurate.
The Owlbear thing is not loading for me. How far away are the Greninja?
They're about 100 feet from the very edge.
Heck.
Gosh.
Well, I mean, if you want, Reniel can just pelt them repeatedly.
Is there anything on the other side?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Ooh, I could do that. That is true.
19.
Okay, you notice on the other side there is a fountain of some spring water.
Okay, like I said before, I still have the bottle of water, so maybe we could just avoid this.
I would rather not deal with this if we can avoid it.
I
Agreement.
agree.
Alright, so I guess we're gonna go check over what's to the east then.
Okay. You ignore this and you begin making your way over to the east. And this is going to require some explanation because I was not able to make this as pretty as I wanted it to. So as you start walking to the east, you notice that there are a ton of flowers just lining the cloud floor, making it sort of lining the cloud floor. That's what these represent. So like, imagine they're in theater of mind. Imagine they're mixed, but I just put a multicolor rainbow sort of passageway here just because
Okay.
I was
It's,
able to make a very floral ground.
Okay, yeah, they're all different patches of flowers of different color. They're flower bed.
Yeah. None of these
Okay.
flowers look particularly dangerous either, so assume the colors do not matter and there are no walls or anything. You can just travel from point A to point B.
I want to check and see if any of these are like Flabebe or something in disguise.
Roll
And
perception or nature, I suppose.
Eh, 24 perception.
Oh, nat 20. Yeah, there are no Flababies around. None of these seem to be the type of flowers that Flababies wear, and none of them seem to be moving irregularly.
So as far as I can tell, it's just a bunch of regular, ordinary, everyday flowers.
Yes, the flowers are flowers.
Okay.
This is
Next
Reniel
one,
seems
too.
to be just admiring them, and he just kind of walks forward a couple of feet, and then he loafs.
You see a loafing Eevee in these flowers.
Is there like potentially any sort of pathway of colored flowers that we can sort of spot? Like, say, there's a mixture of flowers of a certain color group that look like they're potentially going anywhere.
There does not appear to be, no.
Okay.
Can I use telekinetic to push Reniel across the floor, across the flowers, like a fluffy burrito?
You technically can, assuming Reniel lets you.
Yeah.
He does not object.
Yes. Who needs
So Reniel just kind of Roomba scoots through the flowers.
I guess we start following.
Commentary. This is
Unseen.
statement. This is rather amusing.
So you're all just gonna march forward?
Yeah.
For the time being.
Follow the path Reniel is making. You know, I'd be careful. There might be something in there.
There's always
Commentary.
something
Stop.
with these.
Is there like a division here? Is there like any difference
No.
between?
There,
Okay.
that's just because, again, I had to, I could not draw a floral pathway, so I basically just made these each blocks of different colors, but there is no division, it's just, so pretend those lines don't exist.
Yeah, then we're gonna just walk
Oh.
over to the
What?
seed.
Okay, Reniel,
Yes.
stop! Everyone halt.
Yeah, no, I'm only behind him because I'm literally the one pushing
No,
him.
actually, you need to halt too, because neither of
Oh.
you... So, as you were Roombaing Reniel across, you were, let me move you. You were here, Reniel, you were here, when suddenly, Reniel, you disappear below the flowers.
Ah.
Yeah. Reniel just suddenly disappeared right when he stepped here.
Scooted.
Where did he go?
Great.
Commentary. I have no idea.
Was it right here?
Right here.
All right. I'm going to stick my head in there.
Oh, you're
Try to-
stepping there, Harold?
Yeah.
As you step there, you disappear as well. And Eugene, you stick your head, and you see that there was a pitfall trap there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Sergey, I think we need to go down a level.
Ah, great.
Will I trigger the pitfall trap if I'm levitating?
You would not know.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back.
Okay.
Okay, you both are going to go back. Are you sure?
Okay, wait.
The path that we took back.
Statement. I will stay here and burn this particular patch of grass, so that we may see the fall, the pitfall next time.
Can I look down the pitfall?
It's dark, but roll perception.
Okay. I'll light a torch and I'll drop it down.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, you look down, and what you see is Reniel and Harold are both, and I'll roll your full damage in just a second. They both fell into what appears to be a pit filled with leaves and grass and stuff, so they're not a lower level. And there are Trevenants surrounding them and about to attack.
How far down are they?
20 feet.
I'm gonna drop a rope down.
Is there a Trevenant right below the pitfall?
I will answer that as soon as I pull up the other map, because it's clear I need to.
I'm gonna hold my action, and I don't know if this counts. I'm gonna hold my action, and if at any moment a Trevenant is right down at the pitfall, I'm gonna fling myself down the pitfall and on top of it.
Let me give me a second to set up the map, because I was not expecting things to go quite like this. So I guess plan and prepare while you're waiting. Sorry. I was sort of half expecting all of you to fall down or something, but...
I mean, I want to fall down. I just want to fall down on someone's head and break their cranium.
Okay.
Probably not the party members.
What? But I thought breaking party member craniums was a frick it. You know what? I'm just gonna open up the map and adjust it.
That's exactly how the Trevenant is gonna sound like when I fall on top of it.
Okay, so you both, since you both made it to the middle, you both are here. And the Trevenant are... If I can grab you. Like this. And you guys are up above. You both are knocked prone, and let's see how much damage you take, and then roll initiative, everyone.
Alright. Remember, you get a +8.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No, wait, that wasn't it.
Okay, you both take 7 damage, and you're currently prone. Though with the light, you do notice that there
Okay.
seems to be a, Give me a second, something fell. Oh gosh, give me a second, something bad fell.
That's the fastest Renul's ever moved.
Boop.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. This time, the Trevenant did not roll too terribly amazing. Okay. And as for everyone else, assume you're up above and not where you are on the map, obviously.
Alright.
So, Rainiel, we'll begin with you. You found yourself falling down this pitfall trap, and you're surrounded by Trevenant.
Okay, he's gonna get up and he's gonna move over here. He's going to use his bonus action to make a telepathic bond with Harold. He's going to tell Harold to come over to him, and then he's going to hold his action to cast Fireball right here once Harold reaches his side.
Oh boy.
Okay. You do that.
Oh, I forgot to roll initiative. Whoops.
Okay. Eugene, I'll say this is the turn that they were, this was the turn that you were investigating, so you won't be able to do anything this turn. You're not aware of the danger quite yet, but you will be next turn.
Okay.
Harold.
Okay. I'm going to use half my movement to get upright. And then going to move over here. And trigger Renul's ready to action.
Fireball!
Fireballs? Yum!
8d6.
Oh yeah, all of this is grass, right?
Leaves.
Ah.
26.
Person who fails. That's one definite failure. That's 2 failures. That's 3 failures.
Hooray!
Do you still have the Bardic Inspiration?
Yes.
You can add it to the damage.
Excellent. It's a d8 at this point, right?
Correct.
3 more damage.
29.
Okay, I think you literally one-shot them.
Hooray!
Hey, the power
Yes.
of friendship.
You literally one-shot them. So actually, no, what happens, Eugene, is you look down and you see these 3 toasty revenants, or
And
trevenants,
the mushroom cloud is still rising up into Eugene's face.
yeah.
Like a chimney.
Anyways, you can throw the rope, but otherwise, there's a way to climb up on the far right side.
I mean, there is a concerning question. If everything out there is leaves and you cast a fireball,
It
It
does
takes,
not.
not-
it takes time for fire to burn things, so we just walk around it and go up.
yeah, I say that, but the spell I think says it ignites stuff immediately, so I would run if I were you.
It'll be fine.
It's also a contained explosion, not like a raging wildfire.
It doesn't matter.
Let's go with the escape that already exists, because that should get us past additional pitfall traps.
It does, in fact. So, moving back onto the other map. Eventually. So,
There.
you both, after you climb up, you both find yourself right here.
Okay.
And you know
where's
that
Raniel's?
these exist since you climbed out from there.
Raniel's icon isn't on the map.
Oh, right, I invisified you. Let me de-invisify you.
I didn't cast that spell. What are you doing?
I cast it as a DM.
With the power of DMing, I turn this Renul invisible.
Yes.
Right. I guess we are going to grab the seed.
Okay. You could do that.
Maybe go back down there and come up through the rope so you don't fall down again.
Right. Yeah, we'll climb back down and see if there's... Let's climb up the rope. From the pit!
Okay. You could do that.
We pull them up and go the same way we came, which is the straight line.
Oh,
to get
that's
that
drop
pole
left.
of yours out and feel your way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go the straight line that Radial came, then you can manage to escape just fine. And you have the seed.
Okay. Let's see if this works and we don't have to deal with up there. Well, there is one more room. But I've been noticing a certain pattern here, and I'm guessing there's going to be treasure in there with something that might kill us in the way.